Hey folks, how's it going? Ever imagined a scenario where Ben 10 goes up against characters like Null, Spectre, Goku, Superman, Super Shadow, and more? No? Well, start imagining now, because what many people don't realize is that Ben 10 is insanely powerful. I mean, the guy wields the most powerful weapon in his universe, the Omnitrix. With that in mind, I've decided to bring you a list of characters our hero to all worlds can defeat, and those he doesn't stand a chance against, all backed up with solid arguments. Wait. Where do you think you're going? To shorts? To the comments? Get back here, you scrolling addict. Forget that cheap dopamine hit you call shorts and focus on what you're watching. This video's what, 30 minutes? Who cares? Stick around till the end, alright? Let's get into it. Superman. Do I even need to introduce him? You know who he is, the iconic DC Comics superhero. Let's skip the pleasantries and dive into his comic book version. Now, while Ben 10 has Alien X, a reality-warping celestial being capable of creating entire universes, Superman has gone toe-to-toe with entities of similar caliber, like Entropy Aegis, all while holding back. However, Alien X does hold a speed advantage. Yes, Superman is one of DC's fastest characters, but the celestial sapien species exists outside of time itself. They're born and live in the Forge of Creation, surrounded by the chrono-randomization barrier, a place completely detached from the concept of time. Essentially, they're not limited by it. Now, you might argue that Ben's Alien X doesn't actually live there. Fair point. But if his Alien X can keep up with other beings of the same species, that doesn't negate anything we've discussed so far. When it comes to strength, Superman's feats are staggering. He's shaken the Phantom Zone, a prison of limitless time and space, and has literally carried the weight of all existence. On the flip side, Alien X has held together multiple universe fragments with his sheer physical power. Does that make Alien X stronger? Not necessarily. Superman, with some help from Shazam, once lifted a book with infinite pages and even punched through the boundaries of space and time. So, we've got a tie. 1-1. Alien X takes speed while base Superman dominates in strength. Now, let's talk durability. Superman has tanked the collapse of an entire universe, a feat worthy of applause. But Alien X casually shrugged off the detonation of the Annihilar, a device that obliterated not just a universe but every dimension within it, including the null void, which is infinite. This gives Alien X a massive durability edge. Here's the kicker. Alien X is clearly faster and nearly invulnerable to Superman's attacks. However, it's worth mentioning that Ben wouldn't immediately transform into Alien X in a fight. If both were in a bloodlusted state, Superman might gain the upper hand before Ben could activate his most powerful form. But if Ben does manage to transform into Alien X, sorry, Superman fans, it's game over for the Man of Steel. Verdict: it's a close call, but with Alien X in play, Ben 10's got this. The One Bellow-All Hulk. Now, unlike Superman, I'm not going to talk about the Hulk's base version here. Nope, we're diving straight into the most powerful version of the character, the One Bellow-All Hulk. This is the One Below All manifesting as the Hulk. In this form, Hulk is completely gone. No banner, no humanity, just pure destruction in its rawest form. The One Below All is essentially the dark reflection of the One Above All, Marvel's supreme being. Think of him as the One Above All's own personal Hulk. But instead of protecting and creating, he exists to destroy, to crush, and to leave emptiness in his wake. The One Bellow All Hulk isn't just powerful, he's existence-ending powerful. This version of the Hulk has racked up some jaw-dropping feats. He killed Galactus and Franklin Richards, two of Marvel's heaviest hitters. He annihilated the sentience of the universe, an abstract entity. He even grew so massive that he dwarfed a star and crushed it with his bare hands. Now, sure, Alien X is crazy powerful and could probably land some solid hits on Toba Hulk, but defeating him? That's a whole different ballgame. This is a battle where Ben simply can't keep up. Verdict: sorry, Ben fans, but in this matchup, Toba Hulk takes the win. Goku. Alright, let's talk about Goku. And let me tell you right off the bat, there's absolutely no way Goku could beat Ben, unless he's completely out of his mind, high on something, and takes out Ben while he's still in human form. But if we're talking about the regular Goku we all know, even at his peak in the manga, sorry, Saiyan fans, it's just not happening. Now, let's be real. Goku is ridiculously strong. Just from training, the guy can shake an entire universe. His abs, literal iron. His punches, earthquake-inducing. He's even taken down enemies that the entire Z fighter squad couldn't land a hit on. Oh, and don't forget when he stopped a Beerus energy sphere that could have destroyed Earth. As if that's not enough, Goku's got the Hakai ability, which flat-out nullifies an opponent's durability. That alone could be a serious problem for Alien X. And speed, we all know Goku is no slouch. With Ultra Instinct, he's even faster, dodging attacks like they're in slow motion. If we're talking raw power, Goku in full force would definitely be a tough opponent to deal with. But let's be honest. He wouldn't activate MUI right at the start, would he? Even if he did, Goku has never shown feats suggesting he could survive the destruction of an entire universe. Meanwhile, Alien X? Universe destruction is just another Tuesday for him. And let's not forget Alien X's speed. Infinite speed. This means it'd be almost impossible for Goku to land a single hit, let alone a Hakai. Plus, none of Goku's techniques would deal significant damage to a celestial sapien. So sorry, Goku, but this fight's not going your way. Verdict: Alien X wins no contest. The Living Tribunal. Now we're stepping into God-tier territory. This is a battle between two insanely powerful cosmic entities. Like Alien X, the Living Tribunal can manipulate reality itself, except on an entirely different scale. He once instantly restored order to the cosmic cord with just a wave of his hand. He's got dimensional manipulation, space-time control, matter manipulation, near omniscience, omnipresence, you name it. He exists above time itself and can enforce decisions that literally reshape reality. Remember when he made the Infinity Stones useless when used together by banning the Infinity Gauntlet? Yeah, that was him. And if that wasn't already broken enough, the Living Tribunal stands vastly above other multiversal abstracts. He's the single most powerful law of creation, the very force that holds the Omniverse's structure together. He's been described as all of reality, the multiverse taken form, and the heart of creation itself, with its pulse reverberating through him. Basically, without the Living Tribunal, the cosmic hierarchy would collapse into pure chaos where no entity would have more power than another. Oh, and fun fact, his dead body's skin was used to create the life raft that survived the collision and destruction of Earth's 616 and 1610. Yeah, his corpse was that durable. So, could Ben 10, even with Alien X, stand a chance against this walking embodiment of cosmic law? Not really. This would be an epic battle, no doubt, but realistically, there's no scenario where Ben pulls off a win here. Verdict: the Living Tribunal takes this one, hands down. Sorry, Ben. Super Shadow. Alright, let's set some ground rules. This is about canon Super Shadow only. No Archie comics, no movies, no Sonic X feats. We're sticking strictly to the main timeline. Now, what makes Shadow different from Sonic, besides the obvious edge? Well, his signature ability, Chaos Control. This technique, which wasn't adapted into Sonic 3, lets him manipulate space and time using just a single Chaos Emerald. With it, he can freeze time for about 6 seconds, teleport, and even travel through time itself. As for the Chaos Emeralds, they're insanely powerful. In Sonic Rush, Blaze's universe's Eggman outright stated that the Emeralds held enough energy to destroy both his world and the original Sonic universe. That's a crazy level of destructive potential. And let's not forget that, alongside Super Sonic and Super Silver, Super Shadow managed to defeat Solaris, an extra-dimensional godlike entity capable of time manipulation. So yeah, Super Shadow is no joke. But here's the catch. Ben has feedback. Feedback could very well absorb the Chaos Emerald's energy. And before you say, nah, no way, remember, this dude absorbed the detonation of the Annihilarch, a universe-ending explosion. That's far beyond what the Emeralds have been shown to do. Now, you might argue that Ben wouldn't have time to transform into feedback. And yeah, that's a fair point. But here's the thing. Shadow wouldn't have a reason to immediately attack a random teenager. If Shadow knew who Ben was and Ben had no idea who Shadow was, then sure, Shadow could win, even in his base form. But in a random encounter where Ben manages to turn into feedback, it's game over for Shadow. And before anyone says feedback is too slow, nope, not a chance. His species can easily travel through Teslavore, a nebula roughly 60 light-years in diameter, packed with static discharge and ionized gases. They do this by utilizing minute voltage differences to propel themselves. That's insane speed. So yeah, if Ben goes feedback mode, not only would he beat Super Shadow, but he'd come out even stronger. Verdict, Ben wins this one. Knull. Knull is an eldritch god of darkness and the creator of the symbiotes. And no, I'm not talking about that watered-down Sony version. I'm talking about the real deal from the comics. The Knull that ripped Sentry in half. The Knull that had every hero on Earth shaking in their boots. As one of Marvel's most powerful villains, Knull comes packed with absurd abilities. Beyond dimensional existence, hive mind, dimensional travel, energy manipulation, avatar creation, darkness manipulation, and probably a bunch more that you've already forgotten. Be honest, you don't even remember half of what I just listed, so whatever. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but Alien X could still take him, right? Wrong. This dude decapitated a Celestial, and not just one, but three, and then turned their corpses into his personal minions. Do you realize how insane that is? The Celestials aren't just some random space giants. These guys are ancient cosmic beings who manipulate reality, judge planets, and existed before the universe itself. They're basically space gods, capable of bending time, space, and reality with limitless potential. They operate on a scale so beyond comprehension that their very existence is a transcendent concept. But hey, Alien X is also busted, so let's compare. Raw power? Alien X has the edge. Attack potency? Pretty even, though. Knull might just be a bit stronger. Speed? Alien X wins since he isn't bound by time and space. Knull, while insanely fast, is still somewhat limited in that regard. But here's where things get tricky. Durability. A Knull survived a Big Bang. And not just any Big Bang, the one that kickstarted the entire Marvel Universe. And before you say, yeah, but that's just a universe, remember, a Marvel Universe isn't just stars and planets. It's an infinite number of dimensions, timelines, and conceptual realities, each transcending the last. Meaning, Knull can tank literally any attack Alien X throws at him. But to be fair, Alien X can do the same. If we were talking about any other wielder of the Omnitrix, this fight would probably end in mutual destruction. But this is Ben 10, and let's be real. Would he actually go for the kill? Probably not. So at the end of the day, this one's a draw. Hey, you enjoying the video so far? Then go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more epic content like this. And while you're at it, drop a like and leave a comment. I don't care what you say, just type Jesus saves or literally anything else. Just comment something to boost the engagement, alright? Now, let's get back to it. Kratos. Alright, let's talk about Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. Can he take down Alien X? Honestly, I don't see it happening. Let's get one thing straight. Kratos is a beast. This guy surpasses and defeats the Furies, abstract entities born from the blood of the Primordials. And the Primordials, yeah, they're literal personifications of space, time, power, life, death, destiny, and all that cosmic-level jazz. The Furies even existed in a realm beyond time, where they tortured anyone who broke their oaths. Kratos? Dude got tortured for an eternity there and still managed to break free and wreck them all at full power. Oh, and he also casually reacts to the light of Helios, which instantly filled the entire infinite underworld. So yeah, he's definitely not slow. The Sisters of Fate? They control time, reality, and destiny, literally deciding the fate of gods themselves. Kratos? He slaughtered them, no problem. I could sit here all day listing insane feats, but here's the thing. None of them would be enough to actually kill Alien X. The dude survived the Annihilar, which wiped out an entire infinite universe, and Kratos doesn't have anything that tops that level of destruction. Sure, Kratos could keep up with him in speed, but one thought from Alien X and Kratos is erased from reality. So yeah, it would be a brutal, long, epic fight. But in the end, Alien X takes the win. Spectre. Now this is a fight you guys wanted to see, right? Imagine Alien X versus Spectre. Would Ben stand a chance against the literal spirit of divine vengeance? Well, Spectre has been stated to be the most powerful being in the DC universe, second only to the Presence, who is basically God in DC lore. This guy once almost destroyed all of creation just by fighting Phantom Stranger, and he has even created his own multiverse. If you want a full breakdown of his insane feats, I've already covered that in my video about some of the most powerful heroes, so check that out later. I'll leave the link in the cardboard description or pinned comment. But watch this one first, alright? To sum it up, Spectre is literally God's wrath in physical form. As a divine agent, he has access to virtually all the knowledge in the universe and is aware of events that have been altered by distortions in time. Just like Alien X, he has reality warping, telekinesis, and molecular reconstruction. Wait, does Alien X even have that? But there's one thing Spectre has that Alien X doesn't. Immortality, my dude. On top of that, the guy is omnipresent, meaning he exists everywhere at once. He's also part of the Quintessence, which is the highest order of beings in the DC multiverse, existing at the same level as the Sphere of the Gods. This would be an insanely long fight, but in the end, Alien X wouldn't be able to kill the Spirit of Vengeance. The truth is these two are nearly on the same level. They're insanely close in power, but in the end, Spectre takes the win. Hal Jordan. First off, let's get one thing straight. Green Lantern is one of the most underrated heroes out there, period. And no, don't worry, I'm not talking about Deadpool Lantern or any of that nonsense. We're sticking to comic book Hal Jordan, the absolute menace with universal-level feats. This guy contained and reduced the explosion of the Golden Destroyer to below the atomic scale, an explosion that would have wiped out 2 universes. He also sent tremors across the entire emotional spectrum, which is described as an infinite web of interlinked planes and realms. Oh, and with just a minor boost from the GLC Central power battery, he canceled out the power of the U-bomb, which was designed to destroy all matter in the universe. In fact, the bomb was specifically made to test Hal's bond with his ring, and when they saw him disarm it, they literally turned him into a component for the Miracle Machine, which, get this, can casually remake the universe. And yes, Hal is ridiculously fast, moving at speeds far beyond light. But let's be real, being faster than light isn't even impressive anymore in fiction. I mean, Spider-Man dodges light speed attacks too, so who cares? Now let's talk about the fight. There wouldn't even be a fight. Hal literally couldn't harm Alien X. Even if he somehow tried, Ben has aliens like Feedback who could just absorb the energy from Hal's constructs. And if you're thinking, well, what if Hal just cuts off Ben's arm? Yeah, not gonna work. As shown in the final battle, Part 2 in Alien Force and Inspector 13 in Ultimate Alien, cutting off the Omnitrix would at the very least trigger a cataclysmic explosion on a universal scale. So yeah, sorry Hal fans, but he's not winning this one. Wally West. Wally West is the second Flash, and if we exclude omniscient beings like the Presence, then he's without a doubt the fastest character in the entire DC universe. When enraged, he was able to accelerate faster than thought, faster than light, and even faster than the Speed Force itself. Now, when it comes to Ben 10, we know that the Omnitrix has a built-in defense system that protects him in life-threatening situations by automatically transforming him into the perfect alien for the occasion, whether it's Cannonball to survive Kevin's attacks or Feedback to tank the creation of an entire universe. However, this failsafe only works up to the speed of light, and as we already established, Wally West is way beyond that. But let's assume Ben is already transformed into Alien X, just like we did for other characters in this list. Wally was able to crack hypertime, and he even stated that he's been inside hypertime before. For context, hypertime is a realm that binds the Godsphere together, and the Godsphere transcends all the universes within the Orrery of Worlds. And just so we're clear, there are infinite universes within the Orrery of Worlds. I say this because Dr. Manhattan himself confirmed that the many worlds interpretation is real, and even considers himself a quantum observer. Oh, and remember when I said Wally was faster than the Speed Force? I forgot to mention the Speed Force is omnipresent. No big deal, right? Oh, and he also outran an explosion equivalent to the Big Bang at the end of time, twice. So yeah, at the very least, Wally can definitely land some good hits on Alien X since his durability, speed, and attack potency are all on the same level. But as for who wins in the end, that's up to you guys. Drop a comment below and let me know who you think would take this battle and why. So that's the video, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Leave a like, drop a comment, and all that classic YouTube stuff that you always forget to do, right? So yeah, that's it, guys. See you next time. Peace out.